We're going to do a few stretches here. We're going to be using our suspension trainer, and we're going to have the handles right at about hip level. And we're going to have you turn around and start with a pec stretch. So all I'm doing is opening up the chest. Notice you didn't have to turn around and grab it awkwardly. Just hold the handles, come up overhead, maybe take the overhead stretch first. Take some nice breaths here. Feel the shoulders opening up. Maybe take a tiny step forward. Maybe take a tiny step back, but you're keeping some tension on your suspension trainer here. Pull up your pelvic floor, pull your belly button in. We're always using those muscles. Those muscles that used to fire before we had kids or had desk jobs or just got a little older and had some atrophy. All right, let's go ahead and open it up to the chest. Back up just a little bit. And now we're just going to walk forward until it feels like a good stretch. Now, if you're really flexible, you'll be able to pull it back pretty far. But if you're not real flexible, that's okay. Just go where it feels comfortable on both sides and breathe. Hold and breathe. Good. Maybe take an ear to a shoulder. So left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. Open up your pecs. Feel that stretch in your biceps. Be careful that you're not throwing your chin forward and looking up. Think about keeping your chin parallel to the ground. Big breath in. Good. Go ahead and step backwards. We're going to turn around. Keep your hands on the suspension trainer and just turn around. Feet wide, toes out. Going into a nice deep squat. Let your booty, the weight of your booty, come down to the ground and pull against your suspension trainer, against your hands, okay? Try not to over grip the suspension trainer, okay? Just doing just maybe your thumbs are not, they're not engaged, okay? Don't over squeeze with it, okay? Just relax your thumbs. Let your hips stretch. And then if you can you shift your hips left to right? What's that do for you? It's okay if you're not super deep. You might just be right here. That might be all that your body will let you do. But think about pulling your tailbone away from your fingertips. Biceps and ears are near each other. So go ahead and drop your chin down and just think of elongating your spine. Good. Come on up. Our last stretch is a lunge with a tricep, okay? So you're going to take your right foot, step it behind you, okay? Now remember, if I have my toes lined up like this, it throws my balance off, right? It's like walking on a tightrope. So I want the back leg to come back, but then angle it out a little, okay? Now push your hips forward. So we're looking for a hip flexor stretch, okay? Then take your right hand in between your shoulder blades, grab it with your left, and do your best to give yourself a slight lean towards your left. Hip flexor, I'm pushing my right hip towards the camera, and I'm leaning to the left. This is really great to do barefoot because if you're up on your toes, you're stretching out your toes as well. You might be surprised to find those guys are a little tight. I always imagine when I'm exercising, how can I serve my body for when I'm 80 or 90 or 100? And then I imagine seeing, as people get older, their toes tend to curl up. And it's not just because they're older, switch feet. It's because they never stretch their toes. Okay, so get those shoes off, stretch those toes out. Hip flexor stretch. Same arm that's behind you is the one that you're stretching the tricep. So left foot back, left arm in between the shoulder blades, right hand reaches to the elbow, and we're leaning to the side. Good, keep holding. And I can tell my toes on my left are tighter than my right. All right, you did great today.